Good day, yogis. My name is Brooke Blankenship. Welcome to chair yoga. Sit back in your seat, pressing your back against the back of the chair. Allow your shoulders to relax, your feet to be relaxed underneath the knees, and then just drop the shoulders and come into the breath. Taking a moment to shut down the eyes, and focus just on the inhale and the exhale. We take more than 20,000 breaths every single day. Let's really pay attention to our breath, these next few breaths for the next 45 minutes. And make sure that they are good quality ones. Bringing the hands down by the sides, slowly opening back up the eyes, lifting the arms up as we look up towards our hands, and then back down again. Big breath out. Again, big breath in as we raise the arms up and out. Lifting up and out. Up and out. Now bringing that left arm across the body, stretching through the outside of the shoulder. Sending your breath there. Releasing the arm down, other side. Right arm comes across, grabbing towards the elbow. Stretching through the outside of that arm. Dropping back down, shaking it out. Excellent job. So we're going to stretch out our neck a little bit now. So bringing your hand and hovering it over that imaginary table, we're gonna let that right ear drop towards the right shoulder, turning on all of those fibers in the neck, maybe taking our fingers up to the base of our skull and just giving ourselves a gentle massage down towards the shoulders. And then bringing the right hand up to the face, cradling the head back up, shaking out that arm, other side. So bringing that right hand down and hovering it across the imaginary table, dropping your left ear to your shoulder. Feeling that neck fire up and turn on, and then maybe taking your fingers, giving yourself a little massage down from the skull to the shoulders. And then bringing that right hand or left hand back to the face, cradling it back up, shaking out the arm. Excellent job. So coming forward on your chair a little bit now, we're gonna get our legs involved, lifting that knee up into the chest, hugging the foot into the chest, breathing into the stretch. Releasing the knee with the hands, and then taking that foot and pressing it out towards me. Pressing through the heel, drawing the toes back towards the face. You can take a hold of the sides of the chair to get you more steady. And then dropping back down. We're gonna do that again on the other side. So lifting that right knee up to the chest, holding the knee in towards the chest first. Flexing the toes so that they are like they're standing on a stool in front of you. And then releasing with the hands and stretching that leg all the way out. Straightening the leg, pulling those toes towards your face and stretching the heel towards me. Drop it back down. We're gonna do that again. So left knee comes up, holding that knee in towards the chest. Now kicking it back out, kicking through that heel, drawing the toes toward the face, breathing into it, holding it up and strengthening there, and then lowering it back down. Other side, lifting through that right foot, kicking that right heel towards me, and then drawing those toes toward the face. Excellent job, setting it back down. All right, last time on both sides. So we're gonna lift that knee up to the chest, hug it in first. Taking a few breaths here. And then kicking the foot out. So stretching through that heel, toes come in toward the face. And then setting it back down. Excellent job. Bringing that right knee in towards the chest, squeezing and breathing. And then extending that foot out, pressing through the heel, drawing the toes toward the face. And then dropping it back down, dancing out both the feet. Now bringing the hands to the knees, we're going to bring our body into a seated cat and cow. So cow first, we're gonna pull the chest forward, pulling the belly and the chest forward, maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna exhale as we round the back, belly to the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale forward. Exhale back to cat. Inhale forward. Back to cat. Forward. Back to cat. Last time. Forward. Back to cat. Coming up with a straight spine now. Lifting that left knee up towards the sky. We're going to move our knee now out to the side. So flexing through the foot, okay? So turning, firing up the foot and the calf by flexing through the foot. You can hold onto the chair for stability or your knee, and we're gonna bring that left knee out to the side and then back in again, moving with our breath. Big breath in and out. In, out, in, out, in, and out. Pull that knee in towards the chest and then fold the ankle over the knee to our first recline or our seated pigeon of the day. So grabbing hold of the knee and the foot, or grabbing hold of the sides of the chair, sitting up nice and tall with a straight, elongated spine, or leaning forward over the leg slightly until you can feel that left hip fire up. Coming back up, releasing that foot to the ground, shaking it out. And then we're gonna bring that right knee up into the chest, okay? So holding it here for a moment. And then we're gonna start moving it out to the side. So grabbing hold of your chair or your knee, wherever you need to find that stability, and then moving with our breath, just like we did before. Inhaling out, exhaling back in. Inhale, exhale. Keeping the foot flexed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Crossing that ankle over the knees, sitting up nice and tall, getting really, really long through the spine, and then folding forward if you choose. Wherever you are, sending your breath into the right hip. Rising back up, setting that foot back down on the floor, shaking out the legs. Excellent job. So before we come into our standing postures, we are going to go through some salutations to the sun. So I like to move myself about halfway up on my chair, spreading my feet wide, about hip width distance. So making sure that the knees and the heels are in alignment. Bringing the hands down by the sides, lifting the palms up to the sky, spreading the arms open and diving forward, chest first, all the way down, chest laying on top of the thighs, forward fold. Halfway lift, flatten the back, and fold. Rise all the way back up, gathering the hands at the heart. Inhale up, fold, dive forward, halfway lift, fold, rise all the way up, gather the hands at the heart. Inhale up, fold, halfway, fold, all the way, hands to heart. Last time, inhale up, fold, halfway, fold, all the way, hands to heart. Bringing your hands, your thumb knuckles to your heart, closing down the eyes, and setting an intention for our practice today. Maybe it's just to let go of everything else around you and focus on the breath, whatever it is, setting that intention with yourself now. And taking a few breaths to just settle into it. Excellent job. Bringing the hands back down to the ground. We are going to come to standing behind our chairs. So bringing those toes towards the top corners of the mat. Okay, so my feet are spread out a little diagonally, and I've got wide legs. We're going to come into a yogi squat using the chair to support us. So bending through the knees, lowering down the hips, and then coming back up. Okay, so adjusting your feet as you need to. Maybe you need a little bit wider to make sure your knees do not go over your toes. Okay, or maybe you need a little bit narrower. Okay, make sure you can get back up and still be strong. So bending those knees, coming down, lifting back up. Bending, lifting. Big breath in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. All right, we're gonna go down and hold it this time. Hold it, breathing, and out. In, and out. All right, lifting back up. Woo, heel toe those feet back together. Shake it out. Excellent job. So we're gonna come into triangle now using the chair. I'm gonna turn my chair sideways so that you guys can see me better. You do not need to turn your chair sideways, okay? So starting on the left or the right side of my mat, I'm gonna take my right foot and stick it out to the side, okay? And then I'm going to use my chair to help support me as I lean forward over this leg. So this is triangle pose. If we were in the full expression of the pose and not using our chair, our arm might come up above us here, okay? Really finding that stretch through the left side of the body. And then using your chair to help rise back up, okay? So now that you've got the hang of it, I'm gonna turn my chair back the other way, and let's go to the other side, okay? So this time, we're gonna take our left toes, stick them out to the side, okay? And then we're gonna use our chair to help us balance down to our leg. Excellent. So stretching, you can feel that stretch happening through the right hip. Breathing into it. Coming back up, and then heel toeing those feet back together. Excellent job. So coming into our chair, we're going to be seated facing the left, taking those left toes and pressing them down into the ground. We're going to bring those right toes out behind us and a little bit in front, okay? So stretching, we're trying to get this back leg as straight as possible. And we're gonna press down through the foot and the heel of our left foot, okay? So turning on that left leg, pressing through the right foot, turning on the right leg, and then our arms are gonna come out to the sides. Taking that gaze out over the middle finger. Flipping your palm and reversing the warrior. Coming back into warrior two. Lowering the elbow to the knee, coming up for side angle. Extending the elbow to the ear. And back up to warrior two. Lowering the hands down, bringing that right foot back to meet the left, and then turning and facing the opposite side of the chair. So this time we're going to ground down through our right foot. And our left foot is going to come out in front of us and a little bit to the side, okay? So I'm grounding down and pushing through that right foot, pushing those toes and the heel into the mat, turning on my leg. Can you feel it fire up? And you're doing it right. Look at your back foot, okay? Making sure that that foot is as much pressed into the ground as it can so that you can turn on that left leg too. Now, arms come out to the sides. Flipping the front palm, reversing the warrior. Back into warrior two. Extend your side angle. And then elbow to the ear. Rising back up into our warrior two. And then lowering the hands back down to the other side. So coming back onto our left side, again, grounding down through that left foot. Right foot is going to come out in front and a little bit behind you. So we're going to come into our warrior two posture first, strong through our warrior, pressing through our feet, firing up through the legs, feeling that energy coming up through the body and then out through the fingers on either side. Flipping the palm, reversing the warrior once again. Coming back into warrior two. Lowering the elbow to the knee and up to side angle. Lowering the elbow to the ear, extending that side angle, feeling that stretch all the way through the right side of the body. And then coming back up into our warrior two. Adding on, this time we're going to bring our hands behind our back and then we're going to float that chest forward. See if you can straighten your arms and stretch through the chest and then float that chest forward, leaning over the left leg. Back up through warrior two. And then this time we're gonna turn and grab the back of our chair and give ourselves a little twist towards the back of the room. Unwinding back into warrior two. And then releasing the pose, setting it back down, coming to the other side. So again, we're gonna ground down through our right foot. Bring those left toes out in front of you and a little bit behind. We're gonna start in our warrior two position. So bringing the arms out over the legs, taking the gaze out over that middle finger. Pressing through the feet, feeling that energy radiating up. Flipping the front palm, reversing the warrior. Back into warrior two. Elbow to the knee, side angle. Bringing that elbow to the ear, extending through the side body. And then back up into warrior two. All right, releasing the hands. We're gonna clasp the hands behind the back and come into our humble warrior. So straightening through the arms as much as possible, opening up through the collarbones and the chest, and then leaning that leg forward, that body forward over the leg. Rising back up, coming back into our warrior two. And then twisting, grabbing the back of the chair and turn and looking towards the back of the room. Twisting. Unwinding, coming back through center, readjusting. We're going to put our seat, our bottom in the center of the seat now, and bring our feet out wide, dropping shoulders one at a time to the center of the floor. Okay, so inhale and drop. Let it go. Inhale, drop. Back up, heel toe those feet back together. We're going to come back to standing on the left side of our chair for balancing poses. So grounding down through our right foot, taking my right hand and using it on the chair for balance. I'm gonna take my left toes and pop them out to the side, kickstand them, okay? And then I'm gonna slide them in. I'm gonna leave my toes kickstanded on the ground if my balance is feeling challenged today. And I'm gonna work on pressing my foot into the inside of my leg so that I can open my knee out to the side. Maybe we grow our tree arms. Maybe you grow your tree limb. Releasing down to the ground, dancing it out. And to the other side. So we're gonna ground down through our right foot this time. Left toes are gonna come out to the side. Bringing those toes in and kickstanding them, opening that knee up towards the side of the room. And then when we're steady, growing our tree limbs. Excellent job, bringing it back down, dancing it out. We're gonna stretch our calves now. So bringing your foot to the back of your chair, okay? And using that chair to press your heel down into the ground and stretch through the back of the calf, okay? So I'm using the leg of the chair to put my toe up on the chair. And then pressing, trying to straighten out that leg and feeling that stretch coming up through the ankles, the back of the knee and the calf, into the hamstrings. And then coming back up, releasing, rolling the ankle out, and to the other side. So bringing my right foot up now, propping it up on the back of the chair, and then trying to straighten out and lean forward into that stretch through the right ankle, heel, calf, back of the knee, hamstring. Excellent job. Rolling that ankle out, shaking it out. Coming back to our seats now. So coming forward in our chair, we're going to allow ourselves to come into a forward fold resting pose. So maybe a forward fold just looks like hanging your head like this. Maybe you're able to bring your elbows down to your knees. Wherever you are, I want you to let your upper body hang heavy, okay? And just relax, breathe into the stretch. Slowly using your hands to push yourself back up, allowing the head to be the last thing that lifts. Great job, yogis. So we're going to come into that hip stretch one more time, lifting the left ankle over the right knee, taking a big breath in, getting really tall and long in the spine, and then maybe folding forward over your folded leg. Slowly rising back up. We're going to cross our left foot all the way over. Never a dull moment. Always when I'm filming a video, right? Okay, so taking your hand, your right hand to the outside of your knees. We're gonna reach back and grab the back of the chair with our left hand. Take a big breath in, get really tall and long in your spine. And then turning and looking out over towards the left side of the room. Unwinding, taking that knee down, and then to the other side. So we're gonna lift up, we're gonna set down our right ankle over our left knee. Get really tall and long in the spine, and then if you choose to, folding forward over that leg, finding what feels best in your body, and then going there, staying with our breath. Coming back up, folding that foot all the way over. Again, we're gonna twist. So we're gonna bring our left hand to the outside of our knees. Right hand is gonna come back behind us, taking a big breath in, getting really tall and long in the spine. And then twisting and looking towards the side of the room. Coming back through center, unwinding. And we're gonna set ourselves up for our final resting pose, Savasana. So finding yourself in your most comfortable seated position, allowing the back to rest on the back of the chair. The feet are directly underneath of the knees. Taking a big breath in, and then allowing everything to just relax, closing down the eyes, taking a few moments to turn in. Cherish joy. Choose joy. Then cherish and savor it. Joy is not a fleeting emotion based on outward circumstances, a transitory feeling of the moment, a reaction to the scenery around you. It comes from within your heart, like the waterfall that rushes out of the side of a mountain. Joy is a runoff from the wellspring within you. And sometimes it is delightful, surprising contrast to the scenery around you. Embrace joy, relish it, even if those around you don't have it right now. You can feel your joy. You don't have to be disrespectful of their feelings, nor do you have to let their lack of joy diminish yours. You have done your work. You have chosen to open your heart. Now you have your reward. Cherish joy. It's your treasure. You've found it. You've earned it. It is yours. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, slowly bringing movement back into the body. Bringing the hands down by the sides and stretching the arms up overhead, interlacing those hands together and pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Bringing our hands together in prayer pose, we bow together and say Namaste. Go forward with light and love in your heart.